Good evening and welcome to another episode of Sip and Chat. Super excited to be here. If you notice the background is different. Yes. Because the guest I have today is special and I'm just so happy to have her. But right before that, a big thank you to Africell Gambia Limited for being a part of Sip and Chat, for sponsoring, for supporting, for allowing me to really steer the ship how I feel comfortable to do that. So I'm truly grateful. Super big thank you to also the person that I'm using this space for. So thank you so very much. Thank you to my entire team that's supporting Sip and Chat, that's behind Sip and Chat. I am super grateful. I'm super thankful, to have the team and the support that I have. And I'm excited to have the guest I have today. But right before that, later on in the show, there is a package that I received from this hair growth company. And I will share with you guys because I've been using it for a month now and I know it is phenomenal. And for the girls, I got you. But thank you to the beautiful Mariama Njie, aka SweetBox. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fanta.
Are you excited to be here?
Excited and nervous.
Okay.
Excited and nervous.
You'll be fine. Don't be nervous. Don't be
Because
nervous.
I'm sitting with a pro, you know?
But you know what? You've watched the show.
I have.
So many times.
I have. Especially your first two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how it's so deja vu because when I was working from home, I would sit, I'm working, decorating cakes, and my phone is on the side on YouTube and I'm watching Sip and Chat. I swear to God.
Oh.
Literally, I watched the entire first season, the entire second season. I was a dedicated fan. Then work took over. So I haven't had time to watch the following seasons, but I know the show. The fact that I'm sitting here right now, I'm super thankful, super humbled that
That's
you
so
actually
sweet.
thought about me and chose me to be here.
Of course,
So
of course. Also somebody mentioned to me like, oh, you've really been focused a lot on women this season, and I said yes because I feel like, as per usual, our stories are not heard enough. And you saying that you've been watching the show from like the first season, we're in the third season now.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And also I just wanted to say that I remember the fourth episode of the first season.
Yeah.
Ma was like, congratulations on your show, I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna send you cupcakes, and I thought that was so sweet. So she sent me cupcakes that I had on the show and I enjoyed it with my guests.
When
and
you mentioned it the other day, I was like, oh my God,
Yes,
I forgot I even did that. But I know I love girls.
Yeah.
I love women. So if I see someone trying to do something, I'm always going to be in your corner.
Yeah.
So that was me just saying, you go girl, you're doing it.
I
Because
really
I
appreciate
remember you were saying, oh, I want to start something.
Yes.
And I was always like, Fanta, do it.
Yes, I remember
Fanta,
that.
do it.
I remember
Do it.
that.
Yeah, so when you started, I was so proud of you. So that was my little gesture of saying, keep up the good work. And look at you now. Season 3.
Season
That's
3.
amazing.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Well done.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I am a girl's girl as well. So it's like whenever I feel like this person deserves a shot or this person, I can do something to, maybe help or enhance or support, I'm there.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I really do. And I'll never forget that. And my mom always says that when people do good things for you, they may forget that they've done it for you, but you never forget.
You're right.
So thank you for that. So guys, today I have the beautiful Mariama Njie of SweetBox with me, and we're about to get into it. One thing I know that we talked about at the opening of the show, of your cafe.
Yeah.
So you just opened the cafe,
Yeah.
a month ago?
Yes, it will be a month.
It will be a month
tomorrow. Yes.
Look at me.
30 days tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So
Yes.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming.
It
It's
has.
a beautiful store.
Thank
We'll pan out the camera so you can look at the store, but it's a beautiful store. If you've not visited it, you have to. And one thing that really caught my eye at the opening was when you explained how this place came to be. The struggles you went through and to be here today. And I was just like, whoa, like I knew she was gonna come and Sip and Chat, but now we don't have a choice. So just briefly tell people who you are and like just about SweetBox.
So I'm Mariama Njie. Most people know me as SweetBox.
Wow.
Oh, Mariama SweetBox.
SweetBox, yeah.
So I'm Mariama Njie-Senghore. I'm a mom of three boys, happily married for 9 years, mashallah, alhamdulillah. And I'm super supported by my parents, my siblings, and the customers I have from day one. If you knew me from high school, you would know that Madaf did it.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
So my stuttering made me a very shy individual from the beginning. So I was super quiet in high school, very to the book, very serious, you know what I mean? So if you told that little girl that you're going to be a business owner today, I wouldn't have believed it, because I was like, how can a shy person, you know, have so much drive and do what he did? So I went to Marina High School and then graduated in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I went to the UK to do my university and my ACCA. Then I came back to Gambia, and then I think that's when the baking journey really began. Even though I did my university in accounting and finance and did my ACCA, but from childhood the signs were always there that this girl should bake or do something in pastry, because when kids are watching cartoons, I was watching cooking shows. I had a little book, I was writing down recipes, you know.
Nice.
So, and my cousin, KJ Cupcakes, we're actually, our parents are first cousins.
That's crazy.
So we are second cousins, and growing up, I was always in her house or she was always in my house.
Really?
Yes, people don't know this. But yeah, where our parents are first cousins, we grew up very close, and it was her mom who actually pushed me into baking, because every time I was at Fanta's house, her mom was an amazing home baker. She always had something baking in the oven. So that's where the interest came in. She was always open to like, Ma, if you want these baking things, take it home and bake, you know. So that's where I really loved baking. Even when I went to uni, I was always baking for my friends. Even when I came back, I was always baking for my colleagues. When I started working at DT Associates, then someone was like, you should turn this into a business. I was like, okay, I'll try. I was mainly doing it for free for the first year. Yodang ma fay, luma jende bagasi rek.
Wow.
Ma beka la yonga yubu, pretty much.
Really?
Pretty much, until one of my colleagues, Ramatulai Fai, was like, you have to start charging people for this. This tastes too good. So that's when I started doing it part-time. You know, I was working full-time, but doing the cakes on the side, basically. And then it grew out of control. I was faced with a choice. Either to pursue my dream, my hobby, whatever it is you wanted to call it, or do the 9 to 5. I told my parents, my mom was like, go for it. My dad was like, no.
After all this education, after all this money I paid.
I did not pay all of this money for you to, you know, quit everything and focus on a hobby. I don't think he understood where the business was going at that time. He thought this is like a hobby. Yeah. You know. So it took me a year to convince my dad to quit my job. And I told him, look, just give me 1 year. If I fail, I go back. If it takes off, it takes off. You know, nyana len marek kind of thing. So once I took that huge jump in 2018, when I quit my job, it was very scary. And my husband was like, it's a 9 to 5. If you don't get this one, you will get another one. But you might miss a business opportunity that will never come back. So he really was like, it's a no-brainer, quit. And then I did it, and I've never looked back since. It's the best thing I've ever done, to be honest.
Wow, that's amazing. That really is. But you know, when you explain it that way, for someone home that's thinking, you know what, I have a passion and I really want to pursue my passion and I don't want to, you know, it sounds like, oh, I should do it. It sounds easy, but I know it wasn't.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. Because I think once, it's easy to stay in your comfort zone. It's very, very easy to stay in your comfort zone. It's much more difficult to be like, okay, let me step out of this comfort zone, step into this unknown, and try and take this somewhere. You know what I mean? So once I took the leap, it actually made sense that this is what I'm born to do. This is really what I'm born to do, and I'm so thankful that God was able to steer me onto that path where I really feel deeply that I'm actually in a place that I'm supposed to be. Because most people can be like, are in jobs that they're very unhappy with.
Absolutely.
Or they're sitting and wondering, what should I do? What should I do? Man lan la mayala dogal si aduna bi, and you don't know it. So I really feel blessed. Anyone should feel blessed if they feel like they're in a position where they're doing what they're supposed to do. Like you, I can't imagine you doing anything else but what you're doing. Honestly. So it's like you shouldn't take it for granted that you figured out what your life is supposed to be. So I'm super grateful that God has steered me on a path where I really believe I'm doing what I'm born to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
That's incredible that you're just able to like, wow.
Yeah, and the talent came after. I wasn't, even the year before I registered the business, which is in 2017, that was me taking small steps to be like, okay, let me try and formalize this talent that I have already, that has come out of nowhere. Because when I came home in 2015, I had my son in 2016. His first birthday was in 2017. You wouldn't believe if I told you I did not make his cake. I was not confident enough to make my son's first birthday cake, which was in 2017.
Really?
I had someone else do it. You know, when I look at the photos, I laugh because I was like, I was kind of baking at that time, but I wasn't confident in decorating those cakes. So I was like, you know what, I want this birthday to be perfect. I think I should outsource this. So once that happened, it really pushed me to be like, his next birthday, you have to make this cake. So I really went to town practicing and practicing and practicing. And I think in our field, because it's such a creative field, from the beginning, I didn't want to copy anyone else. When it came to cake decorating, I was like, I have to find out what my style is, what I love to decorate, how I like it. From jump, I was like, I don't want to do what anyone else is doing. I really want to have a signature that when you look at the cake, you're like, Lee SweetBox la joge, or SweetBox mo tefarli kind of thing.
And that's where you are.
Yeah. So, and I took that concept to my packaging, to everything about the brand, because mistake. Me going through uni, doing the courses I did, it really helped me build what I have today. Me doing business and finance, business in terms of understanding marketing, your products, your price, your packaging, your customers, how to grow a business, how to have a business plan, how to manage your books, debits and credit. I'm doing all of that today.
Where else? If you hadn't done that, you could have hired somebody.
Exactly, or not have a clue. So I do my own taxes. I do my own bookkeeping. So it's like I went through all of that, and it prepping me for today kind of thing. Yeah.
That's really, guys. As much as it is important to follow your talent, also go to school.
Yep. Yes.
Because they go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
And on that note, we'll go with our first break. When we're back, more with Ma.
You can now receive money anytime and anywhere in Gambia through MoneyGram for free. Simply dial *777# to register and access your MoneyGram at any AfriMoney agent. Free cash outs, $100 free for all MoneyGram transfers into AfriMoney. Cash out at any AfriMoney agent or AfriCell outlet.
Welcome back after that break. A big thank you to our sponsors for the cash flow. We really appreciate it. Super excited to be here. Yeah, I'm making tea. Guys, we're having brunch, okay? Ma did all of this with the tea, so it's like a...
Fanta was coming. I had to
and if you know me, you know I like tea. I'm such a tea girl. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, right before the ad, we talked about how just work, everything you did in uni kind of came back full circle in the business.
Yeah.
You do your accounting, your taxes, and all that, and it really has helped. It's not just the business is not just the decorating part.
No.
It's about the running aspect of it
Yes,
too,
yes.
and what keeps it going is what you studied.
Pretty much.
So it kind of
Pretty much. And for the longest, I was a one-man business. I was doing the cakes, the baking, the decorating. I would be out shopping, buying everything. I handle all my social media handles, So it was very tough in the beginning, because what I was doing was growing my family and growing my business at the same time. Literally, I would pop out the babies, and as soon as I come home, I'm back to work straight away, because I made a conscious decision not to leave myself behind even after I have kids. So I watched my mom do it, which was giving up a job she loved to stay home and take care of us. I wouldn't say she regretted it, because look at how we turned out, alhamdulillah, mashallah. But I can say it was a huge sacrifice on her part. And until this day, her most favorite subject to talk about is Taimi Sabina, Taimi Gambia Airways. You can tell this woman really loved her job. And I can't imagine what she had to go through to be like, I'm going to leave this behind so I can take care of my kids. So growing up and seeing that, I made a conscious decision that I wasn't going to repeat that cycle. I was going to break it. So as difficult as it was, having the kids, growing the family, I was like, no matter how hard it gets, I'm not going to sacrifice my career because of kids.
like you can have both.
You can actually have both. And I'm so thankful now women are starting to be like, I'm not leaving my job to take care of kids. Because before, yeah, like a lot of women have to go through that. And now women are like, no, it can be both. I can actually do both. So it takes communication with your husband to make sure, because to make sure you're on the same page. So once I made that conscious decision, I told my husband about it, and he was very supportive in my career path, because being a businesswoman and doing what I do, it's a lot of work. People see this, they see the cakes, and it's not easy. When I tell you, it is not easy. And if you don't have the support, especially the right spouse, the right partner, to push you and even support you when you can't be there, it's difficult. So I'm so thankful for the type of husband I have, who motivates me, who pushes me, but also who supports me and is like, Ma, whatever it is, do it. I'm here for you, because marriage is a partnership. It's a partnership, and I'm glad that my marriage has actually made me become a better business person, because I multitask the home and here, so it's like the whole thing has to be in balance. So I'm still trying to balance work life and mom life, wife life,
friend life, daughter life.
It's not easy. It's really not easy, because you're like, I have all these roles to do. It's like, which one do I prioritize first, or how do I go about it? So it's a constant juggle, it's a constant struggle. So I'm still trying to, my life has been a whirlwind since I opened this. Literally, it's like, I know it's not sustainable. So I know I have to figure out a healthier balance when it comes to work life and mom life and wife life and friend life. Yes.
I'm so happy you touched on just like the marriage aspect. Everyone that watches the show knows that I'm such an advocate for like talking about relationships, because I feel like the previous generation didn't really, I think they glamorized suffering or struggle and munyal. And our generation is very much like, I could moon, but I'm not going to make it seem like it's a pretty sight. It's not.
No.
You know, and I love that even when we were having the opening. Mind you, this business has been ongoing for how long now?
Since 2017.
18, 7 years.
Yeah.
So 7 years, mashallah, and you've just now opened your first cafe.
Yes.
And I keep saying first cafe, and I
Yeah.
remember that the opening I kept saying SweetBox Gambia, because in my mind I feel like SweetBox France, SweetBox Paris, SweetBox Lagos, you know, SweetBox Dakar, because it's such quality. The product you make is so quality that even when people say, but it's ma.
Yeah.
Like, because you expect quality.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you have really taken it a notch, because before you or KJ or all these other cake makers or pastry makers came into the picture, cakes were just cake.
Yeah.
Like,
There was nothing special
about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't made out of love.
Yeah.
There was no offense to them, but there wasn't as much creativity there as there is now.
And the international world, the cake business was blowing up. Like,
Completely.
when I just started, I used to follow all these amazing cake makers on Instagram, and it was like, this for me
Was the standard.
that was the standard. It's like I have to turn this industry on its head,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So if you look at it, we were like one of the first to do the cake designs that are happening today in Gambia, kind of thing. So it was like, it was not easy being at the front, because it's like, where do I go? What do I
because you're
do?
paving the way for others.
When I get messages now like, oh, Munna nyo siya nga jangal ma cake, and I was thinking, you know, I didn't really have someone to ask when I was coming up, like, can you help me, kind of thing. But it's like, with the capacity I have and my schedule, I can't really teach everyone.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. But I really, really, really want to open like a pastry school one day. Something, we have hotel school and everything, but we don't have like a dedicated school
For just pastry.
simply for pastry, kind of thing. And the market is there. Mashallah, the likes of us, KJ, and all these other young bakers out there, it has really created another career path for in the young individuals.
Gambians,
Because I'm thinking the young me, if I had people like me present, I probably would have been more conscious in like, okay, I don't want to do accounting. I actually want to be so I probably would have decided to go to pastry school or whatever. But there were no really big role models when it came to baking back then. We had the Miss Tambis and things like that, but it's like, it was very simple cake making. It wasn't like what
Artistic.
it is today now, the artistic side of
It
of
absolutely
cake
is
making.
artistic,
Yeah.
and you touched on just like having your own signature, that when people look at it, they know, oh, this is SweetBox, and you do. Just when people look at your cake, they know.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a box or out of the box, you know. When you taste it,
You know, for
it's,
me, it was
for me,
the
it's the
taste.
when you taste it,
The look
it
is
doesn't.
the cherry on top.
The look, yeah, but
But
before you taste it, you see it.
yeah.
And for me, it's like, oh, that's SweetBox.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. It was
and then
very
it was
important for me to deliver that.
your cakes, your cupcakes, everything is so distinct, and the taste is unique to only you.
Yeah.
My mom, every time I bring your cakes back home, she's like, "It's your friend." Yes, it's SweetBox.
Yes.
She's like, there's just a taste to her cake that is
Yeah.
just unique to her.
And it took years of recipe
And that's
developing.
crazy.
You know,
And-
a lot of misses, fails.
I'm
a
sure.
lot of practice.
I'm sure.
A lot of practice.
And just
yeah.
knowing that I could keep your cake in the fridge for a month.
And it's still moist.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We have a secret.
Oh my God. Remember, so my birthday's in December.
Yeah.
And I got a cake
Yes, you
prior.
stress me out every December, Fanta.
Every time.
Yes.
I'm like,
but
Ma.
we love it. We know every year we have to make fantastic.
We do.
Yes.
And then I'm like, Ma, I want a cake. And I used the cake for my shoot, for my birthday shoot. And I didn't cut the cake. I kept it in the fridge because I'm so busy. I was doing a
Yeah.
lot. And then I didn't eat the cake till sometime in January. I know.
Oh, wow.
And then if my mom hadn't been like, is this for decoration?
Or
Or are we like,
actually gonna
eat this? And it felt like it had just been baked on that day. And I just wanted to say that,
Okay,
mashallah,
I'm
the
happy.
cakes, it's your thing.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
That is you.
Yeah, I'm proud to say that, like,
It's you.
when it comes to taste, the people who complain, oh, they didn't say it. Once you taste it, you're
understand.
Like, okay.
You understand.
Yeah, because we go out of our way to buy only the best quality ingredients. And one thing I didn't want was I start off good, and as time goes by, we decline. That was one thing I was like, no. Because that's the recurring story
here
for restaurants and food in general. You try it the first time, it's good. You go there a couple of months later, it's not as good. The quality has gone down. So I was like, it's do or die. The quality is always going to be here. It will never dip. Bagasi swing price swing egg,
yeah.
Just to maintain the quality, because it's important. It's really, really important. It's what builds the brand. If you know that SweetBox, no matter what it looks like, it's going to taste good.
The quality isn't changing, the taste isn't changing. And you know, that is, yes, have some sip. And you know, that is something that I think when people, because obviously your cakes aren't cheap.
No.
Nothing here is cheap.
No.
But is it worth every dime? Yes.
I hope so.
It is.
Because even if they say it's expensive, I look at it as, am I giving you value for money?
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So that's in regards to the size, the flavor, the packaging, the whole works. I see it as value for money, not the for sale.
Yeah.
Or it's expensive.
Yeah.
You just look at it, take a minute, put the price aside. Am I getting value for money with the whole thing?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why even this cafe, we wanted to sell you an
experience. Because it is a beautiful cafe.
Yeah. So a lot of time and effort went into this whole cafe.
I mean, look at this.
I've been here for the longest, and I took my time to do it right for me. In the beginning, I was rushing. It took me almost 2 years to get this place to the way it is. In the beginning, I was rushing, you know, and then I had so many issues, shipping issues, money issues, whatever it is, whatever you can think of, it went wrong from that. Which was not, you know, but
I remember when I saw you, I was like, Ma?
I was like, yes,
like,
I know.
I know. But after this one, I'm done. It's back to work.
So it's like, in the beginning, I thought of it as, am I doing something wrong? Is God punishing me? Like, you know, everything is going wrong. Like, why isn't it going right? Then that's why it's good to have people in your corner that look out for you. You know. So if it wasn't for my sister, Jai, and my sister-in-law, Coruseka, who's a big advocate of mental health, I love Cordu with all my heart. And she was like, she had the audacity to be like, Ma, don't you think you should slow down? Maybe everything is going wrong because God is trying to tell you to slow down. Not that He's punishing you or... And then it was the first time it crossed my mind that, oh, maybe she's right. Maybe I should actually slow down. That's what God is trying to tell me. I shouldn't rush to get this place done. That's when I accepted it for what it is, slowed the pace down, and did it.
Took your time.
It took my time. Like everything here, creatively, I designed my mood board for a year. So I wanted to get it done. I was so excited to get it done in like 4 months, in like 5 months. But God was like, no. And His time is the best time.
You know, He says, you plan, but God plan, but He is the best of plans. And this is the perfect time.
Pretty much.
And on that note, we're going to go with our second break. When we're back, more with Matt.
Send money to Gambia for free! You can now send money via MoneyGram to AfriMoney in Gambia anytime, anywhere. Simply go on to MoneyGram.com or the app and select Pay through AfriMoney to send. Make sure the receiver is registered on AfriMoney in Gambia or get them to dial *777# to register. Instantly, the money comes into their AfriMoney wallet. No hassle, no wait times, complete ease. Cash out at any AfriMoney agent or AfriCell outlets. Free cash out, no sending fees.
Welcome back after that break. We are here with the SweetBox lady, our sweet friend. And right before, when the show started, I did mention that I had a package here from Mansa Hair. Manse Hair is a hair company. I'm going to have their detailed information here. And you can also visit them on www.mansehair.com for more information and to purchase. This is a hair company that specializes in growth oil, strengthens your hair, thickens it, and stimulates hair growth. My absolute fave is this. I'm a girl that, because of the nature of my job, I'm constantly wearing wig glued to my hairline, and it can affect my edges. This, I can guarantee you, has really helped my hair grow. And I am so looking forward to Ramadan because my hair will take a break.
Yes.
It will really take a break. And this, just looking at how it has really helped my hairline grow, my edges grow back in just a short time, I cannot wait to see what it will do for me in a month. And I love how in the package it comes in twos. This is the shea butter as well, is whipped hair butter cream. So good for your hair as well. Amazing, and it smells divine. And I think this was what was like so cute for me. It's hair conditioner, but they come in like bars of soap.
Oh, that's a thing now.
That is a thing, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Right?
Yeah.
And they foam.
That's cool.
I mean, this is the conditioner, and this is the shampoo,
Nice.
and this is what I've been using. No, honestly, I'm a Manse hair girl.
And the packaging is...
It's beautiful, right? The packaging is so nice. And this, for the natural hair girlies, you know what this
I
is.
know.
You know what this is?
I know.
If you're a natural hair girl, you know
You
what
know.
this is. But yeah, Manse Hair, really and truly, I am so impressed with the packaging. I'm impressed with the products. Don't miss out. Go to www.mansehair.com and start ordering. You know I never mislead you when I speak on something. It is tried and tested, and I've been trying and testing it. Back to you. You know, we have to talk about the business aspect of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But with you, I know you've talked a lot about just how you started and everything, and how 7 years later you have your first store and your first cafe, and it's beautiful, and we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And Gambians love what you do.
And I'm lucky, I'm blessed to
Mashallah.
have the customer base that
That
I
you
have.
do, yeah.
Because, and since the cafe is like everyone is going out of their way to come and be like, Ma, we're so proud of
Absolutely.
you. Like, so it's been an amazing journey since we opened it. Like, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful
I like
to
that.
Gambia.
I love that.
They've been supporting throughout.
Speaking of support, but what would you say have been some of your challenges? In just being an entrepreneur in Gambia, being a business owner in Gambia, or just starting your business, having a physical store?
I think why it took so long to transition from a home-based business to having an actual front store was me trying to balance family life and work life. So it was like I said, I was growing my family at the same time I was growing this business kind of thing. So it was very difficult initially. It still is, but you get better. But it's
managing.
like trying to juggle that home life and work life was very, very difficult. And number two, everything was grown organically. I didn't get a loan. In my opinion, I don't have that much money. And with what I want, with the standard I want,
The loan will
it
kill
costs
you.
money.
Yeah.
So I took my time. Like, I've been saving up for years. Doma gis majinda kawan this sunset. I didn't even have a social life. Literally every penny I made after paying my staff, every penny was saved. Just so I could do what I wanted to do. But even then, it was not enough.
Wow.
I had to take family loans. So shout out to my family. You know yourselves. So I had to I decided I'm not taking out a loan. I'm going to fall back to my family.
Mashallah.
And I'm so grateful to have a family that believes in my dream and are ready to put their money on the line. So I would say financially it's difficult. Parce que if you have a standard, quality costs money.
It does.
So to maintain and improve, it costs money. So it also is one of the main challenges we had, trying to raise funds to do what I wanted to do. And then the packaging aspect of my business, because if you know me, I love pretty things.
You do.
Anything that looks pretty, I love it.
Yes. I mean, look at these teacups.
So
It's giving me Beauty and the Beast
Yeah.
teacup.
how to
is.
yeah.
It really is.
So I love beautiful things. So it's like the packaging aspect of things. Initially, you wouldn't believe it when I say I had to make my own cake boxes. And the idea came from KJ Cupcakes. Because she was making her own boxes.
Yes.
And she put me on like, girl, you can actually make your own boxes, blah, blah, blah. Because they weren't really packaging solutions for cakes in Gambia at that time.
Wow.
So I started making my boxes with her. Then I was like, this is not sustainable. I have to invest in packaging. So all the packaging we have has to come from abroad.
Wow.
You know, from China, from
That's
Dubai,
costly.
from the US. So it's very, very expensive. But you, like I said, standard. We wanted that standard when it came to packaging. So we had to invest in our packaging. So I can say those were the three things I can say was the challenge. And the last one, the fourth one, is staff. Because Gambia, like the pastry aspect of Gambia is not very strong. So trying to get skilled staff who already have the pastry skill was difficult. So that's when I was like, you know what, I'm not looking for anyone professional or anyone who already has the skill. All I need is someone willing. And I can teach them because I'm self-taught. Everything I do, I learn from Pinterest, YouTube, and Google.
Wow.
Basically. So I was like, if I can do it, I can teach anyone to do it. So one of my first helpers was my nanny. Because every time I'm working, this lady will come, stop what she's doing, and she's just watching me.
Oh.
You know, so I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for me. So I took her, trained her. She's now my team leader when it comes to baking.
Wow.
Every cake you eat, she bakes it. I haven't baked in years.
Really?
You wouldn't believe it. I haven't baked in years.
That's amazing.
She does it. And when I tell you, she's amazing at what she does because she's not literate. She can read, she can write. So we have to come up with our own system. And baking is a science. You measure everything.
That is true.
So I had to find colorful measuring cups, measuring spoons, find out ways of having her to understand how to read recipes, how to follow recipes.
Wow.
So I've had her for 7 years now. She started out as my nanny. My son is going to be 8 this year, so I would have had her for 8 years. So it grew from there. And she was a shining example that I don't need someone with the skill. I just needed someone who was willing and loyal to what I want to do. So that's when I started hiring family. My brother's wife, she came on board. She's my head of desserts. So all the desserts you eat, she bakes and decorates it. I haven't made desserts in a while. So I just supervise. Even when I'm trying to supervise, then we know how to do it. You know what I mean? So then that's it. I started digging into my family because for the most part, when your family believes in you, there's nothing stronger than that loyalty.
That is true.
Nothing stronger than that loyalty. So I looked into family, hired them first, and branched out from there.
Because I know a lot of people, especially in the beauty industry here, a lot of makeup artists, hairstylists that I know suffer with just hiring the right staff or just feeling betrayed by the
having
staff.
high staff turnover.
That's what I'm saying. And then you them start, or not even just start, maybe gain a CEO, them can and they do it in the way they do it.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not. But I think it's the way it happens.
It goes about,
I think
so that has been a main fear of mine. That's why, for the most part, I was a home business because I was like, I was doing everything by myself.
Yeah,
I control everything, my recipes. I've had instances where people tried to sell my recipes. Yes, as in there was a bakery that contacted one of my staff and was like, I'll pay you if you give me so-and-so recipe.
What?
Yes. As in, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. So that made me close up even
more.
Like, how can I hire people if
this is what's
So it really made me paranoid. But then I was like, you know what? I have to let it go because even if someone has a recipe of something exactly, two people, me and you can have the same recipe to bake a cake, and it will come out different. I understand my recipes. I know what temperature what time, what I know.
It's you. It's in you.
Yeah, I've been doing it for so long. Even though I haven't baked in years, if you put me in that kitchen today, I will bake you the best cake you've ever had in your life. So it's
my wedding, you better bake my cake.
Bring the man.
I want to bring the man. Good one. Speaking of man, I mean, you're in such a beautiful relationship. I see the dynamic between you guys, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just quickly, because I like love. And I think everybody knows that. Even though I'm a little, but I like love.
Yeah.
Just how did you guys meet briefly, and what's that like, having a husband that has supported you, and also most importantly, being married for almost a decade now.
Yeah.
In our day and age, that's so hard to see.
Yeah.
Because people get married and get divorced in 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be the norm.
It's scary
really
for someone like me that isn't married, and I see married people or married friends, and they tell me some of the things that happens, and I'm like,
It's scary.
so why would I now
Want
to get in there? And then they tell you, yeah, but you can get no. Just to see someone that it's in our generation
Yeah.
that's been married for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
What's that like? And how did you meet your husband?
He would say this is not true, but it is.
Girl, you are the one sat right here. Tell me the story.
So when I graduated in uni in 2013, time with Facebook Muni Hell. So obviously I posted it on Facebook. So he saw me on Facebook, but he's heard about me for years.
Okay.
Because he was working with my older sister, Nene Aisatu.
Okay.
He was working with her for a while, and Dafkodan always told yo, damla me sumaraka.
Oh.
So he got curious, went on Facebook to search me, and then he messaged me. I was like, hey, I work with your sister. Congratulations on your graduation, blah blah blah. I just said thank you, Emma. Correct?
Yeah.
And then, because I was moving at that time from Canterbury, I was moving to Birmingham, so I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So
talk to any boy.
Really, I didn't. I just
graduated. You were on a high.
I was on a high, So when I moved to Birmingham, literally I got to Birmingham. 2 days later, I was running to town. I don't know what I was. I think I was going to the bank or something like that. And guess who I bumped into?
Him?
Yes. But then I didn't, because when I responded, he responded back, but I followed him. So we bumped at City Center, and he was like, oh man, let me message I'm like, kind of thing. But I'll reply, and then, Manako, you live here? Yes, I'm going to uni here. But I can show you around, blah, blah, blah.
Tour guide. Looking for a way.
Manako, okay, I'll message you. You can show me what Birmingham is all about. And then we went on a date. My mom followed me on that date.
What?
Because my mom really believed Manduma Taylor say. Because I was very picky. I didn't enjoy dating.
Oh.
I liked being by myself. I couldn't deal with the drama of relationship. I'm a very sensitive person.
Yeah.
So I really couldn't deal with the whole drama that came with relationships. So I really loved being by myself. I've dated, obviously, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So my mom couldn't believe that Ma is actually
going on a date.
And I didn't tell her. I just told her I'm meeting someone in town. And she followed me all the way to City Center. Literally, we were on the date. And my mom was standing there.
What?
It was the funniest thing. And she was like, you see, say of my life. And the rest is history.
Oh.
When I tell you, within a few weeks, I knew this was my person. Because time bluff.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
No, we knew.
You knew.
We knew. We are polar opposites, but it works. When they say opposites attract,
it's true.
That's literally us. We like different things. We are different people, but we gel. And I think it stems from, number one, respect. Dama respect suma jëkkër daf ma respect. So suma ko wahe ne I feel like this, or whatever. If I talk to him about something, he would take it on board. Okay,
Ooh.
ma lila wa. He'll make a conscious decision
I love that.
to be like, okay,
Like validate
Yes.
how you feel
and
about
it's the
stuff.
same with me as well. Sumane, I don't like this, or this is what I like, whatever it may be. I make a conscious decision to be like, okay, I'll try and do it. Because Danga said our marriage works for us because of, I wouldn't say what we do would work for someone else.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, I'm so busy with work. I haven't cooked in years. Because I'm always working. We'll take that as an
a big
issue.
thing.
Man fresh
Absolutely.
leka la wara leka every day. Or duma leka busuma jabar togut.
Yeah.
But he really doesn't make me go through all of that. Paski at the end of the day, that's my respect. Dafane, whatever makes my spouse's life easier works for me.
Oh my
If it works
God.
for her, it works for me. And it's like I said, it's the
Vice
same
versa.
with you have to. So I'm not saying it's been easy, because it's not. Where we have kids, he has a job, I have my job. He was working out of Gambia for like 3 years. I had to hold down the fort by myself with those kids, so it's like we respect the dynamics of the marriage. So I would say, and the main thing is communication. Communicate. So ko wahute, duko understand, duko
Yeah.
So I would say the main reason why marriages aren't working like that is because then they yakam to say.
Yeah.
Then buka sol wedding dress with
Yeah.
mas munyawala.
Yeah.
Liliyo munyawala.
Yeah.
All these munyawala
Glam.
nganatalu. Then so do get say biola
It takes work.
It takes a lot of work.
It takes work.
Like you are literally responsible for another human being.
And their feelings.
And the feelings is important.
Oh my God.
You're really responsible for another human being. So man, even though it took me like a couple of weeks to realize this is my husband.
Yeah.
We were dating for 2 years, but I knew initially this is my husband because there were no funny games. He was very direct, and I loved it. It was refreshing. Coming straight out of uni, you deal with these shepherd
my
boys,
God.
that mind games. So it was very refreshing to have someone that was like straight to the point.
Standing on business, this is what I want, and follow through with action.
Basically.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's what you have to demand for. Have them communicate. If they don't communicate,
Leave them go. Let them go.
Let them go. Because you cannot be with someone and it's a mind game. You're trying to figure out what is to no, communicate.
This is what I say all the
Communicate
time.
and respect.
This is what I say. I agree with you 1,000% because I'm such an advocate for talk about things.
Yeah, it's
like
important.
resolve things. Like not everything has to end up in an argument or
And when I
problem.
tell you in the beginning, he wasn't used to it. I'm a Gori. I would
Yeah.
say African. Why Gori got meaning.
Verbalizing how
Yes.
they feel or
Yes.
even someone challenging them
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
So in the beginning, it's like you're
Huh?
not tubabe, but the tubabs do it for a reason. It works.
That's why they have
It
50-year
works.
marriages,
Yeah,
45-year
it
marriages,
works.
60 years.
We do have it as well. Why
We
the
do.
hag is it's in
But it's-
separation.
This is my point.
You
It's the
know?
sufferation glamorized.
Yeah, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't. As
We shouldn't.
women, we love being pampered.
We do.
We love being taken care
And just
of.
staying in our feminine spaces and feminine
There's no reason you
energy.
should be married for so long and you were miserable for all that time. There's no reason. There's no reason we should accept that. And I think this new generation of women, as much as say you need us, but we have realized that soon yai ak soon mami luñ suffer. We don't have to suffer it.
And then it is flipped on to say, jigéen ñi pare wuñoo muñ. But what do you
No.
mean by that? muñ?
No,
Do you mean
jigéen
pare
ñi
wuñoo suffer?
parewuñ pour suffer.
Absolutely.
Basically, we have prioritized
Our happiness.
We weren't happy for years. So
It was just
it was
struggle,
very-
love.
So when people say marriage is not easy, say the family, I'm like, no, it shouldn't have to be.
It shouldn't have
It
to
really
be.
shouldn't have to
No.
be. So, and it goes to again finding yourself
Yeah.
and knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Parce que yow kenn rek a mun a xam what I'm going to accept
And what I won't accept.
and what I won't accept. So from there, you have to set the boundaries. And this is what I'm going to accept. And again, communicate it to your partner. So communicate, that person is not for you. Say what utamiti.
And I keep saying that.
Knowing my husband and getting, it was one of the easiest things I had to go through.
Wow.
Mashallah. Like it was very easy. So for me, I tell my friends or even my customers who are like looking for, I'm like, sometimes you joke. You know, say yes, I don't
Ham. Oh my God, you said that to me.
Last
year, you told me.
I was like, Fanta, when the right person comes,
you said that to me.
Ham,
you did. Because being married for 9 years, it's not 9 days or 9 months.
No. And it's making a conscious effort to be like, I want to be here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's not like we don't have our problems, we don't have but it's making a conscious decision that this is my person.
And I'm willing to stick it out.
There's nothing that we can go through that we can't talk about, you know. Everything bases again on communication and respect. Lolu sufanekute, it doesn't matter who the person is, it will never work.
I agree.
So I would say like you're saying, what's that fine line? The situation will tell you. You're
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is this person worth fighting for?
Absolutely.
Or you're
yeah.
Is this headache worth it?
Yes.
So no
absolutely.
When you are faced with that question, is this person worth fighting for? Or is this person worth
the headache?
Simple.
I'm with you on that. Wow. Yeah. I'm with you on that. We'll go with our break and one more back. Final second. Welcome back after the break. We're in the final segment of the show, and you know what? I love love, and we could be here to talk about love because mine clearly is a lover girl too. I was gonna ask you something quickly. What would you say was the most romantic thing you've ever done for your husband?
I think when he was coming home from Mauritius.
Yeah.
It was when he actually left us to go and work, and he was coming back home for the first time. So I had the kids make like a welcome home daddy. We made him his first meal. And by then I just had my second son. He never met him. Yeah, so it was like we had this whole shebang and he didn't know. So it was a proper surprise of him coming back home but also meeting his son.
That's so cute.
For the first time, so yeah.
I love that. I love that. What would you say he's done for you, in your opinion, that was the most romantic thing?
I think when I was planning on opening up this place, he went and bought me the speakers we use here. He bought them for me. He bought me the ring light. He got me so many gadgets to be like, okay, use it in the shop. And then he was in Dubai by then, so he was going out of his way to source me my stuff that I wanted to use here. So like I said,
I love language.
My dream was his dream. So it was like he went out of his way to help me bring this place together. Yeah.
Well done, Mr. Singer. We like that. Quickly, just you already know that on the show we talk about mental health.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of the show. Yeah. It's a big part of my life. It's something I genuinely like talking about because of experiences and people I know and things they've gone through. Yeah. And when we were opening the store, you really touched on it, and it was such an emotional moment. You had everyone crying. Yes. You had everyone crying just briefly because, we're pressed for time.
Yeah.
But just what does mental health mean to you? And if you would like to share experiences you've had.
I think based on the people I have around me, I was lucky to be aware of how important prioritizing your mental health is. So people like Koduseka and the works, it was like I thought I was very conscious of my mental health. But like I said, I took up this place, Mabir Sidigantemi, and that really sent me on a downward trajectory because I was like, God is punished. You know what I mean? There were all these challenges. Yes. So it was like I was in a really dark place after I got pregnant. I can say throughout that pregnancy, this last one, I was depressed. But when you're in that moment, you don't realize I'm in a dark hole. You just feel like, why am I so sad? Exactly. I'm always sad. I'm always angry. What's going on with my life? Yeah. You yourself don't realize it. So my sister, Ja, noticed it. because she knows me. I'm bubbly, I'm chatty, you know what I mean? She was like, Ma didn't even want to do a maternity shoot. You know, I didn't do it. I was just not in that space. And if you know me, I love
You
that.
love it. I remember one of them.
So it was like she called up Koduseka, who was in Boston, and was like, I think there's something wrong with your girl. Because me and Kodu are really close, you know. So Kodu didn't tell me. She flew all the way from Boston to come and see me. And we had a deep conversation. And that's the conversation that made me realize, okay, I'm in a bad place. Wow. And it was her and my sister that really pulled me out of that dark place. Because I was ready to give up. When I tell you, I was taking the signs as I'm not supposed to.
You're not
open
supposed
this
to.
place. Yeah. So that was my headspace by then, and it was them who was like, God is telling you to slow down, not give up, but slow down. And I'm glad they did that for me. I still value that to this day, because that's a very deep love language.
Yeah.
For someone to go out of their way, fly to come and make sure that you're okay. So shout out to Kodo. She just doesn't talk about it, she's about it. You know what I mean?
love that.
Yeah. So shout outs to you as well for always talking about this on your show.
Absolutely.
Because the more you talk about it, the more people will be ready to talk about it, or are paying attention to the people in their life to help them through it.
When I see people go through stuff, I'm always like, maybe they're going through something. Let me talk to them. Are you okay? That's why it's such a big thing for me.
No, it should be.
And I've seen what it can do to people that do not take care of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I'm glad you had that. And I'm thankful that you were able to share that.
Thank you.
So thank you. Now we get to the fun part. The never have I ever. This is the part I was like, I forgot that this part of the show.
I was I really forgot about this part. I enjoy watching it when other people are sat here, but now that I'm here,
you're in the seat now. Have you ever? Yeah, so you say I have.
Okay.
I have never. Or I have.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Ready? Ooh, the first one is spicy.
Oh, God.
Ready? Never have I ever sent a nude picture.
My mom is gonna be watching this.
You know what? There's so much I want to say, but I'm like, it's my aunties that watch this show. I have never. Okay.
I have never.
Never have I ever called my significant other by the name of an ex.
Oh, never.
Yeah, I forgot you were such a like.
Yeah. It wasn't that deep.
It wasn't that deep.
No. It was never that deep.
Never have I ever gone skinny dipping.
Never.
You haven't?
No. Where will you skinny dip in Gambia?
In a private pool?
I don't have a private pool.
Have you never skinny dipped when you went on a getaway?
Nothing. No.
I'm not saying in
free.
Gambia.
I'm not that free, Fanta. I would feel like there's someone watching.
Somewhere?
I'm not
You're
that
too paranoid.
comfortable. I'm too paranoid. I'm very paranoid. I would never. I couldn't.
Never have I ever stalked a partner when there was a like for example, you argue with someone or your partner and you're like, no?
It was never that deep.
It was never that deep?
No.
Oh, I have. I absolutely have. Because what are you doing? Even though I'm mad at you right now, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Never have I ever lied to my partner.
I love you there, but
You have. What's the lie?
then it wouldn't be a secret.
You can
would
tell
it?
me.
No. Fanta.
Wow, what was it? Just tell me.
No.
Well, okay, I guess.
I can't trust this one with anyone. It's going to my grave.
Wow, is that deep?
Not deep, but No. It's cool. For me, it might not even be that. For me, it's deep, but for someone else, it might not be that deep. But like I said, let's just keep it at that. No.
We will find out.
And it's his birthday tomorrow. Don't put me in trouble.
Oh, okay. You know what? It never happened. We didn't even talk about it on that note. Thank you so much, Ma, for being on Sip and Chat. I hope you enjoyed the chat.
I did. It's a different experience being behind the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I said, I really enjoyed watching the show.
Thank
It
you.
kept me company when I was baking cakes. So yeah, this is an amazing experience to be on the other side of the camera. So to many more
Amen.
guests,
Amen.
inshallah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
many more seasons.
Thank
inshallah.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on Sip and Chat. This means a lot because I know you're a shy person.
I am, believe it or not.
You really are. I know.
Yeah, I am.
know.
You know.
I know.
You know.
But I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I saw so much love that was shown in the previous video with Mari. And thank you so much, really and truly. I hope you enjoyed this interview as well.
Hopefully.
I hope you enjoyed this conversation.
I'll get all the family to watch.
Please.
Hopefully the SweetBox customers
We'll watch.
Yeah.
Definitely. Super grateful, super thank you. And to all of you, continue rocking with Sip and Chat, continue rocking with me. I genuinely appreciate it. And for me, peace, love, and cha-ching, cha-ching. Bye-bye.